What's up, Collector fam? It's your boy Tony the Toy Rat, back with another rigorous resin review for new PVC pre-used or previewed, and this one is the McFarlane Toys comic book accurate Wolverine. I made a special trip just to get out there and make sure I got mine before they was all gone, and now I'm gonna stop talking about it because it's too dope to leave in the box. So we're about to crack it open. Stick with me as we do it right now. Boom!
We're back. Time to crack this puppy open. The minute I saw it online, I guess for the first time, I was in love. I mean, it's clear that the McFarlane teams have tapped into a vein here of collectors that are around my age that grew up with Todd McFarlane. I emulated him as an artist. I loved his work in the books. And now, finally, Marvel and he have got together and intelligently marketed some of his bigger successes. And finally, I'm getting to pull out the comic book accurate Wolverine of my dreams. I think, anyway. Hopefully I'm not overstating it. So I'm going to pull this out. Let you guys have a looky-loo right there. I'm not sure if it's going to support its own weight. There it is for a second. And then, as I've been discussing with you guys here as of late, I really appreciate what comes next. First off, if you're a box collector, that's great, but you guys know I'm not. And there's nothing in this box worth collecting unless you just want the artwork on the back, and I'm going to show you why you don't need it. So please recycle. Okay. Comes with the comic book. Obviously, guys, that's a reprint, but reprints are not. I mean, when you put this up next to that particular statue, I think you very quickly understand why that looks awesome together. I'm going to set it down for a second. And then, the diorama. It comes with a backboard diorama. So basically, I'm going to set this off to the side real quick. We're going to unbuckle our Wolverine, take a look at him, full body spin, and then we'll see it with the diorama together. So, let's go! Time to pop this puppy open. Like most of the McFarlane toys, in the back they've also got them buckled in with these little plastic doohickeys. So if you don't want to twist them all up, I would grab your handy dandy cutting tool and pick up behind them and just pop those off, which I am just about to do. So be careful when using any sharp tool, ladies and gentlemen. Don't want you to cut yourselves because I told you to do something, so don't do that. There we go. There we go. And one more here. Oh, something just popped off. Something just wiggled out of my space there. Alright, let's see if we can pull them out. Yes! Let me set them down right there for a second. You guys get the first look at them just alongside me. And remember, this is just more plastic. Don't keep plastic. We recycle plastic. Recycle. Jeez. This is first look, everybody. Peep that out. I mean, it's like an excited level of cool. So, you guys know I'm not going to talk about them right now. We got to set them down real quick and prepare for a full body spin because this is Wolverine. Ra-ta-ta-ta. As previously indicated, this thing comes with this cardboard diorama, which you can sit your Wolverine right in the center of and have something to show. Remember, in the comic books, it just had a nice, cool, crisp blue background. But they also only showed the top half of him. So if you're looking at him like this, check that out. I mean, just pretty cool from a diorama standpoint. Now, mind you, you only have the access of view from the two locations, because if you turn it around, you have just these front pieces that look like comic book backgrounds. So the only parts of the diorama are these 1, 2, and 3 sides, but still very damn cool. Collector fam, we have taken him out of the box. We have spun him around. We've looked at him with a diorama background, this cool piece of forest scenery. You see, we're going to pull that off and to the back real quick so we can talk just about the Wolverine statue, okay? So let's leave him here for a second, pull this really cool diorama background off to the side. Also, don't want to fail to mention the coolness of obtaining the comic book, even though it's a reprint, obtaining the comic book for which they are attempting to emulate in this setup through here. It is the coolest thing ever to see how well they match their statue against the 2D version of it in the comic book. And remind yourselves, guys, that they're doing it off this cover, right? That's why you see the gray Hulk in the blades here up in the front. It's just like in the comic book, as you see right here, something's about to go down. Now, I don't want to ruin it for you. Spoiler alerts on this comic book. But I would definitely open it up and take a look at it. It's awesome. And in any case, I'm going to put that down right now because although it's dope and it comes with a keepsake card, they're going to stay in this plastic just like that. This is what we are after. This is why we came to the party. And this is why I want to keep talking about it. The dopeness, unparalleled. I can put this up against a whole host of different statues I have of Wolverine right now. The difference is going to be, in the most immediate way, that this is based on what we would deem comic book accurate. Not just a depiction of what they think it looks like, but the exact version of what it is in the comic book. Just thrown out of the page and into life. That's illustrated by virtue of how they do the line work to emphasize all of the body parts in the same way they do in the comics. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. And on top of that, this is, a 12-inch statue. I'm going to take a look real quick. Housekeeping. Some people told me I didn't do this last time with the giant Hulk statue. This is a McFarlane Toys. It does feel still like a 3D print. Not going to lie. I've got 8 inches on the width here of the base. I would give it at least 5 inches depth-wise on the statue. And then the height overall, top to bottom here. You know what? Let's get to the front so you guys can see that. So it's just over 8 inches in the front. I like to say give at least 1.5 inches to clearance. I happen to have lots of space all around to supply this guy room and let him hang out with the other statues of his kind. But that's the dimensions. On weight, again, man, this is super light. It's almost, it's really super light. It does have some heft to it at the top level. I don't know. I would say it's just over a pound, maybe. And if that, it's super, super light. Definitely matching everything, like we said, from the comic book. Super comic book accurate. You can't say front to back because this doesn't show a back. The back looks like this, right? So you're not seeing the back. So this is super imaginative. I think what's awesome about it is you have Todd McFarlane, who originally penned the work, to be there and oversee and ensure that it appropriately matches what the design was when it was done back in the 90s, all those years ago. And it still holds up today. The brown and orange, or the brown and yellow, I guess, yellowish orange, Wolverine suit is just so badass. Even the way they did, I'm going to turn it like this real quick. I'm not sure how well I'm doing, you guys justice right now, but there is a scratch mark looking hair pushed all the way up the back of his arm on both sides. Just how Wolverine was always drawn. Now, the last thing I'll mention is that very often I complain about bases. Bases are very easily and almost always some sort of rock, right? They put all of our great characters and they're, for some reason they're embedded in some sort of rock around them. This actually has him trudging through rock and through the forest. So as his diorama background would suggest, he's trudging through the forest. We've got a snapshot in time. There is an actual half or quarter stump behind him back here. Very well laid out. It's the only thing on this base outside of the name that has color. They chose to do everything else in sort of this black and white orientation. And I'm assuming that's for drama. You know, make it more dramatically feel like there's dead things among where he's walking. But he's still walking through the forest, and that's why the diorama part is very, very green. And that is it, my guys. Oh my gosh, this was $49.99 at Best Buy. I felt like it's every penny worth of $49.99 right now. McFarlane Toys with this particular lineup for me is absolutely murdering it. I opened up and I checked out the Hulk, which is also just super cool. If you're only going to have one of them, God bless you. I'm not telling you which one you need to pick because they're both just amazing. There's a Captain America from the assassination plot, I think, that I want to have, which is also McFarlane with Captain America holding up the shield. And there's a host of new ones that are coming out, and I think they're just doing their damnedest to corner this part of the market right now. So I don't mind doing my part to spread the wealth around. McFarlane, you did your thing. I completely enjoy this particular statue, and I would wholeheartedly recommend it to any one of the Wolverine people who love the comic books, who love this particular book, and who really want to see something that they can display together. That's it. This is Tony the Toy Rat from McFarlane Toys, the Wolverine. Hey, bub. Coming at you guys from the Toy Rat Den, and we are out.